Hey guys, welcome back. This is Amiibo Bug again. I'm Amiibo Cole. Today we are doing the new Amiibo collection we have. This is our upgraded collection we have since our other video. So I hope you enjoy. I'm going to hand it over to my dad.
Alright guys, so we're going to title this video Best Amiibo Collection Ever Part 2. Of course that's opinionated. A lot of people have Amiibos and consider their collection the greatest or the best. I'm going to go over our collection and tell you why we believe that this is not only a complete collection, which it is since every Amiibo introduced, including the last three that came out last month in the Super Smash Bros. Collection, but also some unique rare ones, especially overseas, that are part of the collection that, in my opinion, finalize everything. So we'll go ahead and get started. We'll talk about the first row up here, guys. We're going to go with the Mario collection for the Amiibo, which is also have some Yoshi Woolly Worlds in the back as well. You'll notice that the boxes with Amiibos in new in box are actually in a box which calls Retro Protection. These are plastic boxes that are custom made for the Amiibo boxes to not only protect the actual box, but to also protect the Amiibos as well from, it's an acid-free case, protects lighting from disfiguration, and also fading from the actual graphic print of the boxes here. The name of the company that does this is called Retro Protection. You can get them through eBay. You can also get them through their own website. Of course, you can like them through Facebook, Instagram. Wonderful company. Dan communicates with me all the time if I need something special, and been working with these guys and purchasing from them for the last 2 years. So definitely recommend them. Give them a shout out on this video. And if you're a serious collector and want to protect your investment, definitely get with those guys, especially if you have Funko Pop art, old 8-bit Super Nintendo video games. They do all of that. So of course, guys, we have in the middle here our trio pack from the Odyssey, Super Mario Odyssey, which is the wedding collection. We also have the silver and gold Mario, as well as the Amiibo cereal, which is also in its retro protection box as well. The silver and gold Mario is a Series 1, which is the most valuable one. They were the first runs that came out. As I pan my camera along the Mario Party Amiibos, I'll talk about a question I get a lot. How do I know if I have the first run silver and gold Amiibo? There's two ways to confirm that. Number one, on the back of the box, you'll actually see an illustration of Mario being put into a Wii U gamepad. If you have that gamepad graphic illustration only, you're Series 1. Series 2 has the 3DS and the Wii U gamepad, and of course Series 3 has Wii U gamepad, 3DS, and a Switch graphic involved in the back of the box. So as long as the hand that's holding the Amiibo in the back of this box is showing the Amiibo being put on a Wii U gamepad only, you do have a Series 1. There's also an identification code that's imprinted on the back of the cardboard box that will say S1, stands for Series 1. So if you have two of those in the back, you definitely have the first run series of the silver and gold Mario collection. Of course, we have our entire Zelda collection here on the next row, our champions, new Breath of the Wild, our 8-bit Zelda, and of course some GameStop exclusives, as well as Twilight Princess, Majora's Mask. Very, very, very sought out Amiibos, these three right here, and very proud to have that entire Zelda collection. On the back row, these are one of three that we're going to talk about that, in my opinion, completes the full Amiibo collection. These are the Monster Hunter Amiibos that you can only capture from overseas. They were never introduced into North America. So the only way that you can get them is by purchasing them through overseas in Japan. But if you're a true Amiibo collector, the only way that you can actually say that you have the full collection is if you have these babies in your shelves and new in the box. This one here is called Navaroo. This one's going for about $140 right now, new in the box, $100 loose. So a rarity and a valuable one that's climbing the charts as well. On this row here, I actually ran out of room, so I put the Guardian Amiibo in its retro box on this shelf. And it's sharing its occupancy with the actual real estate of the Pokemon Rumble U, and I will leave that for last. We'll touch base on that awesome collection as well. On the next row, we have the entire collection of all the Animal Crossing Amiibos on the front row. And then, of course, right behind it, we have the entire collection Oh, sorry guys. We have the entire collection of the Splatoon amiibos. I'm actually going to touch base on these two right here. This is actually Kali and Marie. And these two amiibos loose are going for $100, about $150 in box. They are rare. Again, another group that's gaining notoriety. And of course, we'll pan on over here to the rest of the Splatoon amiibos. And then the last recent one, which is the trio pack for the Splatoon 2s. In the back here, we have the Shovel Knight amiibo, the Pipkin amiibo, Chibi Roby, of course, the Kirby series, and then, of course, these new ones that were introduced, as well as Samus, and, of course, the Metroid, which is a pretty unique amiibo. The way they designed that one is pretty awesome. In the center here, we have the Skylander Superchargers. We also have the Dart Chargers, which is a rarity. Those were only grabbable during the video game bundle when it came out. So we have those protected in its own little display box. Of course, the Skylander Supercharger amiibo for Donkey Kong. And then on the back side, we have the GameStop exclusive, the Diablo amiibo, which is called the Loot Goblin in its own box. And then on the right-hand side, right over here, we have the Dark Souls GameStop exclusive North America version in its own retro protection box as well. So guys, this is 2 of 3. Again, my opinion, Skylander Supercharger is an Amiibo Skylander compatible. And if you do not have these, you cannot officially say you have that complete collection there. On the bottom shelf, we're going to cover all of the Super Smash Bros. Amiibos here. And of course, we're OCD on our collection. Want to be sure we're prime on getting everything correct. So here you'll see all of our Game & Watch amiibos. And we actually have each display case for their NFC bases. That way you don't have any loose ones. We have one for every one, which is pretty awesome. And of course, we're going to pan on all of these right here. I do have some that go all the way to the back. You'll also notice the Piranha Plant on our back right side. That's the newest one that was introduced out of 3 this past month in February. And then when we scan over to the left side, you'll also notice here we're going to pass the Ice Climber amiibo and then the King K. Rool, which is right next to Donkey Kong back there. And of course on our back row, which is kind of dark, but I'll let you know that you're coming across a Corinne Player 1 and 2. You'll also see Ridley back there from the Metroid collection. You'll see Cloud Player 1 and 2. And to the right side, you'll see Bayonetta Player 1 and 2. Bayonetta Player 2 is also a rarity out there that's going for a lot of money. And then, of course, the Star Fox, which is the Fox amiibo on the back right side as well. So that shelf is the entire Super Smash Bros. Collection here. Bottom collection, one of my favorites. These are the Amiibo game bundles. So the amiibo that comes exclusive with its own game. We have Mega Yarn Yoshi going for over $100 right now in value in box. Mario Party 10, Amiibo Festival for Animal Crossing, Zelda, and of course Poochie. Poochie's another one that's going for over $100. Actually, just Poochie by itself is over $100 in value, so I can imagine that the game bundle together is going for quite more than that. Mega Man Legacy Collection Gold. I actually have the game bundle and the amiibo by itself. If you see people actually selling the loose amiibo, the Gold Mega Man, what they're simply doing is pulling it out of this box here, and that's what it looks like when it's pulled out. It's a complete white background, so it is legit. These are going for over $100 used out the box. Probably won't see a lot of them being sold with the box. If they do, they're definitely going to go climb $150 to $200. Very happy and proud to have that collection. Of course, we have over here the Mega Man 11. Which is bundled with this game. And then, of course, the one on the right here, which might be a little hard to see with the lighting. This is actually called Rockman. This is a Japanese exclusive. This is what Japan called Mega Man before Mega Man was introduced into North America. So the only way you can get it loose by itself out of the game bundle is by getting one overseas in Japan in its own box, and it will be called Rockman. One of my favorites here is the Shovel Knight exclusive, which is an overseas Japan exclusive, game bundled only. There's no Shovel Knight bundled with its game in North America. And then we have the Box Boy amiibo on the bottom right-hand side. That's a Japan exclusive as well. One of my favorites, and very excited to have those in my collection. And then last but not least, we'll get to the Pokemon Rumble U's. These are called NFC figures. NFC figures standing for Near Field Communication, we got it. We had a blank there. Near field communication. Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to figure out what the NFC stood for. It's been a while since I covered that. This was the original technical term before Amiibos were introduced. So actually, all Amiibos are near field communication or NFC figures. These were the pre-runners of Amiibos. So by my opinion, 3 out of 3. If you're a true Amiibo collector and you don't have these in your collection, I feel we're not completing the set, so we preserve these as well. These are all 18 of the original NFC figures for the Pokemon Rumble U with its original pamphlet that I have saved here as well. Of course, Detective Pikachu Amiibo in its own retro box to actually complete the set. And of course, on the left-hand side, we have the shiny Rumble U's, which is equivalent to getting a secret rare in a Pokemon card collection. You only got 1 out of every 1,300 pulls out of these eggs here. And this is actually the retail store of GameStop's Pokemon Rumble U box that you were actually able to purchase each one of these individual eggs to open each individual Pokemon Rumble U. Don't forget Detective Pikachu coming out May 8th, if I'm not mistaken, or May 5th, around that area. May 10th, so it's coming out soon. So hopefully that's a great video, great movie as they introduce in the teasers. Of course, we have Black and White Kyurem, and then of course Shiny Pikachu, Shiny Genesect, and Shiny Eevee. These are going for well over $100 by themselves, which is why we have them protected in their sealed case as well. And of course the Shadow Mewtwo, which is an Amiibo card as well. And some people say, well, a true Amiibo full collection would be a collection with all of the Amiibo cards, and I agree with that. But the cards versus the actual figures are 2 different things, so we're just completing our collection on the NFC figures. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the exclusives that we saw with the Shovel Knight Box Boy, the Skylander Supercharged Amiibos, and also the Monster Hunters, which I'm very proud to complete that collection as well. And we'll pass the commentation over to conclude our video to my son here, Cole.
Okay, make sure, guys, to like the video, click the notification button, and before you do that, you always gotta subscribe, so you can do that. And I hope you enjoyed this video. This was an awesome video that my dad did, and he told you about all the Amiibos, and I hope you enjoyed. So bye, Amiibo!